Good morning, everybody.
Morning.
I was realizing that in the opening credits, we have all four of us on there with you and me and Kayan and Colton. And I'm like, that's like literally the last time that all four of us were actually was the time that I captured that video. I don't think we've had all four of us on there since.
Yeah, no, I don't think so. So, I'm going through. My mom just sent me all the edits for the thing that Brent is also looking at right now. And so I'm just like going through all of that stuff. Bill was supposed to hop in. I'm not sure what's going on with that.
That's right.
I closed the door. I closed the door and I put my headphones on so I can't hear him.
Right.
Bill, are you coming? He lost the link, guy.
Okay. I'll resend the link, but I'm just now starting to do all the things. So I have to wait a second because I've got
Nah,
the
it's all right.
configuration stuff.
Give me a second, I'll send him the link. It's just the one that's...
It's the same link.
Yeah.
It hasn't changed.
Hold on. Let's see if this works. There you go. Send it to him. I'm trying to avoid going on Facebook. Mainly Facebook, because that's where it's at normally. I saw one post last night from someone who it was already May 1st for them, so they posted a Justin Timberlake meme. So,
Okay.
oh, guy.
Nice. I like it. I see what you're talking about with the horns.
Yeah. So, we got more into like backstory
There we go.
stuff
Bill's
and
here.
everything like that.
Hi, Bill.
Hello.
How are you doing?
Doing well.
Awesome. My prompt generator wants me to do a wrong parachute gag. I'm like, I have to think of a wrong parachute gag. It's usually an IO spot. Sad battery and IO. The wrong parachute gag is the one where he hijacked a jet, demanded money and a parachute, then jumped. And you should never get your parachute from your victims. It's the wrong parachute gag. The thing you think is the part of the story is not. That's the joke. And that's usually like Peppermint Patty does that a lot in Peanuts. Actually, Calvin does that a lot in Calvin and Hobbes too. It's a known trope for both of them.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
And for my comic, it's always Io, this girl right here, this little purple and blue robot. Maybe I'll make a Mayday joke. Maybe I'll make a joke with Justin Timberlake. Actually, I won't, because I actually have no idea what in the world we're talking about, but that's all right. But it was funny because it seems to antagonize that person. I have no idea what's so
It's
antagonizing
this stupid thing they do every May, and it's based off of people who, lack of better terms, it's an in-sync song, and everyone's like, "Oh, but you were born in the '80s, raised in the '90s," and I'm like, "No, no, and no." NSYNC was like, I was not into them. I was not into the popularity of these people. And I found their songs to be quite annoying. And every May, people post this weird thing because one of NSYNC's songs where Justin Timberlake was singing in the middle of the song, apparently, and he sings, "It's Gonna Be May." Or it's
I
supposed to
get
be,
it. Yeah.
Yeah, and it's just no.
I know the song too.
Yeah.
I get it because he's trying to say it's gonna be me, but he ends up saying it's gonna be May.
Yeah. So I don't think I actually showed this to you. No? So this is the results of the last Watercolor Wednesday.
Oh yeah. That looks nice.
So
that reminds me, I have 2 days to find all of my watercolor stuff.
Alright. I just pulled up Frankenstein's Monster. That is the prompt for me today. Alright. Bill, what are you doing?
I'm working on my family's old film reels.
Yeah.
I can share.
Oh, you want to see something cool though, Bill?
Sure.
Look at that.
Oh,
That's
cool.
actually the wall that's in my story. Because all of the stars on this side are what we say is behind the wall.
Mm-hmm.
So this is a wall of H2 clouds or hydrogen clouds.
Oh, okay.
That are, for some reason, well, not for some reason, the theory that we have is that that the Pleiades cluster of stars cleared out the zone around us as it passed through and made a bubble around us. But whatever's the story, right behind Bellatrix is the end of the bubble of this open area, and it becomes this wall of hydrogen clouds. So all of the stars that are in my story are behind the wall. They're on the other side of the wall. And I haven't been able to visualize the wall until now. Now I've been able to visualize the wall, and I'm like, ooh, look, it's the wall. You can actually see how big of an impressive, imposing object it is in my comics world. The only problem is I can't get Blender to make it transparent or partially transparent. It seems to be like stuck in this oppressive, actually solidly opaque thing. I'm like, let's not do that. So I will ultimately just export this, is what I will end up doing. I'll export it to a program like Daz, which is easy to use for me instead of these guys here, which are not. But yeah, so I'm all excited about it. It's the wall.
No, that's definitely not the one I want. There we go. Can you share a section of your screen? Do you have to share the whole thing?
You can if you use OBS, but I don't think you're using OBS. So the answer is kind of no.
You can share from an app.
Yeah, I found that.
So just share the app.
No, I don't want to share that. I do want to share the screen because I want to be able to show the difference.
Yeah, tell me when you get to the point where you're ready to share. I won't add it to the screen until you're ready to. Until you have the thing you want to share.
All right, that's the thing I want to share.
Okay.
So this is my family's reels, but this is the overexposed one.
Mm-hmm.
But what's really cool, let's go back to like earlier frames. Let's see if I can find a decently focused one. So that one, that's what these look like normally. And I was able to bump out and get some of the color back.
Uh-huh. Yeah, look at that.
So, I mean, I'm sure I'm crushing a lot of the colors, but at least you could see it.
Yeah, absolutely.
But unfortunately, now I need to, like, you can see all the craggles and cracks in the film and the spots.
Mm-hmm.
I need to figure that one out.
Are you in Premiere?
Yeah.
Okay. The first thing you can do is check your levels, which is an add-on.
Yeah, I have these levels here.
Yeah, it's
and
hard to
I've modified the black input in the gamma.
Yeah, that's what you need to get that going. But there's also it's despeckle, I think is what it is. Go under on the left side there into your into all of your video. What's this? Video stuff, video filters. It's in a different place with me, so I'm always like, I don't remember where it went. But I think it's despeckle is what it's called.
It
might be. I can't see anything on that screen. It's so small.
I know. Sorry.
No, it's not you. It's Restream. Yeah.
If I could, that's why I was like, can I share a section, because then I could just like move the sharing spot around. Well, also I'm sharing a 4K screen.
Right.
But I'll find it. I also use AVI synth. So this is my AVI synth. So I brought it into Premiere, and just to get the color levels right, because the options here weren't that great, and I needed to do it on a timeline and clip it up. But now that I've done that, I can re-export it as image frames again, and I can come in here and there's D-Spot, and D-Spot works pretty well. An AVI synth.
Noise.
So if I let that process for a second, oh no, I gotta have it be. Type. This is really cool. It's like a programming language, but for video. An AVI Sense does a pretty good job getting rid of some of the speckles, but the problem is because it's overexposed and a lot of the speckles are in that mid-range, that mid-tone. It's just getting confused all like crazy. So now that I've brought it in here and kind of squished things out and brought the midtones up and brought the highlights down a little bit, those speckles really pop now. So I'm hoping if I re-export these and bring it back into AVI Synth, I can then isolate those with D-Spot. So there's a lot of cool video tools now.
Yeah, I was just do we have Sharpen AI in your setup?
Like the Topaz Sharpen AI?
Under your filters. Do you have a new enough version that has Sharpen AI?
Sharpen. I don't see it.
Okay, hang on real quick. I'll go see if I can figure out where. Hi. How are you? Because there is under noise and grain. So if you look under your in the video plugins, there's noise and grain, and then there's remove grain.
Let's see. There's blur and sharpen.
Do you see? Is there remove grain? You don't see the remove grain.
No. Reduce. No.
Maybe from an older version of it now. And I'm not sure whether they're going now or not. There's something else. I really should just bring up my Premiere and stop searching. It's like I go searching on Google and I'm like, I know what I'm looking for, but
Premiere.
Oh, nice.
Remove grain
and noise, because we got to do noise reduction too.
And noise. How to do this Premiere mode? So it's effects, video effects.
Yeah, it's under the video.
Noise and grain. There it is. And then there's one that says
add
noise.
that to this clip. Click and drag it to the clip.
We get a better.
Well, no, I mean, did you?
I'm always focused in on something I can see.
Yeah.
Noise and grain.
Drag it to the clip.
Yeah. All right.
Let's see if that does anything.
Mount. That's adding noise.
Yeah.
So this just adds noise.
Remove grain is adding noise?
Oh, it's not remove grain, it's just noise. That's why.
Oh, yeah. No. You need to remove grain. No, noise reduction or remove grain. One of the two.
They were suggesting using median. But I don't have that. All I have is noise. Under noise and grain is just noise.
Okay, I'm going to load up my Premiere now.
I wonder if I'm just... I have the base Premiere. Like, I don't have anything purchased or nothing.
Yeah, neither do I.
Video effects. I'm under video effects. And noise. And that's it. I'm not searching anything at the moment.
Okay, I brought up mine now. So we can both take a look at it now. All right, and under effects, video effects, and sharpen. So one of the things that we've got is under, let's see here. Noise and grain, just noise. Yeah, I see what you're talking about, it's noise. I can add noise, that's always nice. Who needs to add noise? Who wants to add noise? Right? It's a Kerbal video because I actually was playing Kerbal at one point in time.
Mm-hmm.
So let's see what we got. Noise. So we can add noise. That's definitely not what we want to do. Okay, I'll remove that filter. Let's take a look at sharpen. Run a sharpen filter on it and see what we get. That's actually kind of dramatic, isn't it now? So sharpen will do that a little bit.
I've seen some stuff where they like play with Gaussian blur and sharpen, where first you add the Gaussian blur,
Yeah,
and then you add the sharpen on top of that.
there are other tools than that. That cannot possibly be where we are. I don't know why all of the D sharp. Oh, I know why. It may be an obsolete. Yes. So go to obsolete. Oh, you can't see this because it's on the other side here. Here, I'll do this. So I'm down. I've got all my filters down here because I still use all my TV stuff up here.
Sure.
I like having my Chrome, my waveform monitor, and all that stuff because I did TV work. So I've got my effects over here. It should read the same. It's under obsolete.
Video effects. Obsolete.
And then we've got median, which is one of the things we can do. Median just levels stuff out.
Okay.
Tries to find sort of the medium between things.
Mhm.
That's one we can use. And then there's dust and scratches. Hi, Optic Sphinx.
All right, and then dust and scratches.
Scratches, yeah.
Dust and scratches.
Let's see if that one helps you any, dust and scratches. Usually dust and scratches works pretty well.
Here.
And then, of course, we'd probably want to run a sharpen filter if we can. Yeah,
Mhm.
that got rid of a lot of those dots.
Oof.
That's too much.
Right. The dial on this is rather sensitive.
It is.
And then you can play with the threshold, looks like. Come on, work with me.
I'm just looking around to see if there's anything else in here that we can use. All these old filters, they're like, we don't use these anymore because this other filter does all of that. And I'm like, except that it doesn't.
Mhm. Uh-oh.
Good old Adobe programmer is thinking that they solved the solution, but then they created another problem.
Exactly. We fixed all of these problems by putting it into this one thing, which fixes 90% of what you'll need. Okay, well, what about the 10%? 90%.
There we go. Now I got a slider. Oh wow, look at that. Oh no, it was just perfect and then I did something.
It has to process it, so give it a second.
Right.
And usually it doesn't process it until you let go of the mouse click. So you're using the slider and then you'll have to let go and then move the slider and then let go and then move the slider and let go.
Right. What I want is like a dial so I can like just nudge it this way, nudge it that way.
I'm sure that what they really want us to use is noise in some way, and I don't know how to do the noise to make it work the right way.
We got some like big spots there. So this is actually, my dad is on the right and my uncle is on the left here.
That's cool.
Don't knock his eyes out.
Yeah, don't do that.
What were you thinking, Adobe?
It was doing its best.
Oh, his eyes aren't really seeing all that much in there anyways. Just like an aberration of the... There we go. I'm in another clip now. It's pretty cool, though.
Yeah, that works a little bit better than.
That doesn't get rid of the craggles, but you just gotta play with it.
Mm-hmm.
One of the things I was thinking of doing is I can crush those spots out into a mask. ABI Synth allows you to in the D-spot algorithm that it has for you to provide a mask. So I can just play with the level such that like everything is whited out except for the spots,
Mm-hmm.
and then turn that into a mask layer, and then be like, they're right here.
Right.
Alright. Day 1 of Monster Maze sketching, if you can see it.
There you go. Look at that.
Frankenstein's monster.
Frankenstein's monster.
Another cool thing I can do is because I have the actual frames, is I can just open a really bad frame in Photoshop and just correct it.
Mm-hmm.
Be like, okay, that one's real bad. I'm just gonna go and manually fix that one. And I pulled it in as an image sequence in Premiere, and I have it displaying the frame number, so I can just go look at the frame.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah. I just figured I might as well swap you and I, because that way you're next to your work as opposed to being catty corner from your work. That would seem weird.
Right there. So, alright. I got paint to test out this morning, so I'm gonna do that next. So I found there's a paint maker. I think she lives in Boulder. She makes watercolor pigments and paint from food waste and yard waste.
Mm-hmm. Cool.
Her company, I believe, is called Boulder Colors. But
I like the joke.
Yeah. The only thing I have to say so far about it is they're lake pigments. So lake pigments tend to, how should I put this? They tend to not be effective UV wise.
Mm.
So I'm not expecting them to be UV permanent.
Cool.
She even has on her packaging to keep them under UV protective glass and UV sprayed. So but she didn't put them in the the packaging that I was thinking that they were going to come in, so that I could tell which set was which. She put them all in one container, and as much as I enjoyed it, now I have to figure out which color is which. So why I'm swatching.
Mm-hmm.
Today.
Hey, Samurai Ox.
Hey, Ox. I think he's coming for mine.
Oh yeah, cool.
Yeah, my friend. I like him. He's cool.
Welcome to the show.
So, I got two things from the watercolor person I was telling you about just now. I got their hallucinogenic set. So,
If you sniff it, you get high.
no, it's all like plants that are known to have hallucinogenic properties. So, like one of them's Jimson weed, salvia, mushrooms, poppies. Two different types of poppies, actually. Poppies. Poppies.
How are you this morning, Samurai Ox?
Good morning. I am doing alright on the eve of my last night as being a 30-year-old.
Mm-hmm.
Alright. I can take that down. I don't need it anymore today. Alright, cool. Alright. So, the Boulder Colors company, they also make edible paint. I am not working with the edible paint, but they make edible paint so that you can paint the tops of baked goods too.
Oh, that's kind of interesting.
I figured if Maya was ever adventurous, you would give that to her for fun.
Right?
But somehow she was able to make blue paint, out of peach pits. Yeah. Once I get everything swatched, I'll show you. And she used choke cherry for purple.
I guess that makes sense.
Aren't choke cherries red though?
Yeah, but it depends on whether they. I mean, sometimes when you crush them up, they turn purple.
Oh, okay. I don't know. I didn't know about choke cherries until I came here, so.
Right. That was the pause. That was why I was like, "Oh yeah."
How are you doing this morning, Ox?
Yeah, I'm noticing interesting things looking over here in the chat room side. It says paired on Ox, which is cool.
Yeah, that's because it came. He came from my
Paired.
Yeah.
Things, which that's what I was saying. It's cool. I've been trying to get everybody to start pairing when we do our streams, and I think that's really nifty that it's working.
What is pairing in this context?
You have to click over on the right side where it's got all the controls, so you don't see it on the screen itself. But
I do see it. I just don't know what it means.
Oh, paired means that Pepper has linked in his social medias.
Oh, so it's someone watching on his social media.
Right. So Ox is coming in through his social media. not
Okay,
through
cool.
the 2 channels that are usually set up for both Kayan and I, who have the main channels going for the broadcast of the show.
Okay.
All right.
Which means, Ox, if you want to join us on when Pepper isn't here, you'll need to go find either my channel at GS Davis Art or Kayan's channel, which is Kayan Sim.
Yeah.
And then you'll get the show every day, even when Pepper's not here.
So the top 6 colors are the Earth palette that she produced for Earth Day.
Uh-huh.
The next one, that's the hallucinogenic one right here, the 5 colors.
Uh-huh.
And that's mushroom, salvia, jimson, and 2 types of poppy. So an orange poppy and a red poppy. And then finally, the last 4 colors are the colors from her Frida Kahlo inspired palette. So you have bougainvillea, roses, dahlia is the blue color, and marigolds.
Cool.
So, yeah. I just had to test it, because I don't know what I'm going to do with it yet, but they activate very well. That's for sure. I could only get the Frida Kahlo inspired one in a dot card. So, all of this. But the bougainvillea, marigold, dahlia, and rose, they're all plants that were grown here in Colorado. So, like, they're locally sourced. All of the peach pits, everything like that, I believe she got those from locally sourced places as well. And the Earth palette is avocado, so that she uses the avocado skins. Pine cone is the brown. Dandelion. Oh, the green is sand cherry. I forgot about that. And then the blue is peach pit, and the purple is choke cherry. Yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah. But like I said, these are all lake pigments, so they're not going to be like if you guys get these watercolors, just know that you're going to have to put a UV coating on them or put them behind glass that's been treated with UV, so that you can make sure that they don't discolor. You also don't want to put them in direct light because that also can leach out the color faster. The other thing is you want to scan any artwork with this. So this is stuff that, like, if you wanted to do it because you like the color, you want to, like, do it, scan it, archive it really quickly. Like, you don't want it to sit around. Yeah, you don't want it to sit around in the open for very long.
That's fair.
But, like, the benefits of lake pigment making is you can make colors that are basically like other colors that are that use like animal parts. I know this is gonna sound like really weird, but like when you see bone black, that literally is charcoal bone. There is a type of red that is made with bugs. And if you make that one at home, that one is disgusting because it smells like dead seafood. Like really badly dead things. It's gross. It's just, no, I won't. Nope. And then there's a few others, but basically like lake pigments are derived from like flowers, vegetation, stuff that grows back. So
That's cool.
Yeah, I like it.
Mm-hmm.
I like it a lot. All right. Okay. So, and I already showed you guys this wonderful pic, and you guys probably have no idea why I showed Guy this. But me and Bill were making D&D characters over the weekend, and this is my character, a sorcerer bard who is a tiefling, who is indifferent to everything and don't disrupt her type deal. Oh, she plays moody emo songs on a banjo. And if anyone knows what I'm talking about when I say moody emo songs on a banjo, I mean, it would be fun. I asked Bill for a banjo the other day so I could learn, so that I could bring it to a D&D game and actually play while in game.
Why did you do that?
Huh?
I was just wondering why I did that. That's all.
Okay. You don't like that idea?
No, I don't like what it ended up doing. No, because they're too high. They're way off the ground. I'm not sure why I trimmed the background like I did.
Gotcha.
It was a weird choice for me. Like, why'd you do that to yourself?
You did it because you thought it was neat.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That's exactly what I did. Clearly.
Alright. So the birthday stuff is starting already. So I got $10 from IKEA to spend. Woohoo! $10 off on a $100 item that I have to assemble myself.
Right.
Oh, I'm supposed to talk to you, Guy. That's right.
Mm-hmm.
Free comic book day.
Yeah.
That's what I'm supposed to talk to you about. Apparently you had gotten back to
No, what is one?
You had gotten back to Todd later than everyone else, after Todd had already sent the email. And he was wondering, did you want to partner or table with me, or?
Oh, sure. Absolutely. That'd be fine.
Well, I wasn't sure if you wanted to actually do that, or if you had made other plans.
Nope. I hadn't made any other plans. Yeah, he wrote to me and I was working that day, so I can't. So that when I work with my students, they have to put their phones away.
Oh no, I know that.
And so
I know
I
that
have
part.
so because I know better, I actually make a big deal of putting my phone, turning it off, and putting it in a little sleeve. So I read nothing during the day. So
Gotcha.
yeah. So he was like, I messaged you, and I'm like, yeah, I'm good with it. And he's like, why didn't you do it earlier? And I'm like,
Hey, Brent. Brent, I'm going over my mom's fixes so far. I wasn't sure if you were done with the story. My mom also was looking at it, so I'm going to combine the two of yours comments and suggestions and figure out where I need to go for my second draft. So I'm not trying to do anything, but you guys probably have different opinions about English. So okay, cool. Yeah. Uh, Also, Brent, please make sure that you leave me comments to explain things in the comment section because I read those. That's way too much information to go over during the show. Okay. Alrighty. Oh, sweet. Alright. Swatch. Now I just need to figure out what I'm going to use this with.
Hey, Brent.
Wrong one. Right one.
Uh-oh, we're having connection issues again. Probably on my side.
Probably because I'm trying to throw 4K of data onto it.
Oh, I doubt that's the problem. For some reason, especially on like Mondays, I get this intermittent problem right about the way through the show. And I feel like it's somebody in the neighborhood every Monday does like a massive downloading of something or a massive uploading or something.
Or torrenting.
Brent's side hustle here. Hey, some user, how you doing this morning or this afternoon? I guess this evening. This evening. How are you doing this evening? Took me a second there, but I got there. In the end, I got there. Dinner time. Still dinner time.
Yep. Ooh.
The washing machine. Yeah, that's a thing.
Mm-hmm.
Good morning, Donald. Oh, yeah.
So, I don't know if you'd be down for doing this, guy, but I have had an idea in my head, and I wasn't sure if you would want to do it or not. That would involve, not pain, but basically the show in the morning where we would essentially make a 8-page comic, each of us, separate. So we'd write the story and draw the story on the show. In one show.
Yeah, in one show?
Yes.
Now that's a little harder, but not impossible.
But I wasn't sure if you'd be up for it.
Not sure I could do 8 pages in one 2-hour block, but
Is someone eating?
Not me.
yeah. Hey, cat. That's what I was thinking. I'm like, I don't know. I mean, I guess if the quality can be pretty low.
I will be back.
Okay. Uh-huh. I've literally made it a wrong parachute joke. That makes it funnier.
How about a stipulation is if you already have something pre-written, you can use that too.
Mm-hmm. There we go. That's much better.
Your front door open.
Mm-hmm. There we go. Io is doing her Io thing that she does. And she says, "Did you know I used to skydive, sad battery?" And she says, "Sadly, we had to end it after a series of unfortunate accidents." Then, who knew you needed an atmosphere in order for parachutes to work? There you go. I made a literal wrong parachute joke. Go me. My Springs randomizer came up today with wrong parachute joke, and I'm like, uh-oh. That's hard to do. The wrong parachute joke is a trope used in cartoons where the person, you're trying to get off the airplane and you have to jump for your life, and somebody gives you the parachute and you pull the ripcord on the parachute, and like tires come out and sinks come out and like everything that's not a parachute, And that's the wrong parachute joke. All right, we've done this and done. And even without a joke, I started drawing today, and I didn't have the gag. I was just like, I don't know what I'm gonna do, and I'll just keep drawing these pictures until I come up with an idea.
I wanted to work on something, but apparently I am missing a page. I can't remember where I left it. The page is for don't know where I ended up.
Oh, Donald's giving you ideas, in theory.
Huh? Oh. No, this is... It's the Captain Space Duck story, so I kind of need the... I need to find it. Yeah. Let's see. I got slipped into some other pages.
I swear, if I make it 1199, it says it's the wrong aspect ratio. It should be 1200. If I make it 1200, it says it's the wrong aspect ratio. I should make it 1199. It's so weird. It's like, never works.
I will be right back.
All right. I am still finishing doing all the work for the upload. So we can send it up to where it needs to go for the thingies. Huh. No. Interesting.
door is open.
Interesting.
Apparently, Bill got his OBS camera set up, so he's there in a box.
The front door is open.
He's in the middle of restarting. I cannot
You need
hear.
my star maps.
Woo! Found it. I found. Thanks. All right.
The snipping tool likes to get just a little bit further up every time.
It's a bit snippy.
Yeah, makes me kind of grumpy.
So,
Yeah, my wife is doing something in the front yard. I don't know what she's doing, but I have an alert set up on my door, which tells me when the front door is open, so I don't get snuck up on because I hate being snuck up on. I'm very jumpy, and so I hate being snuck up on. So I have this alert set up on the door that triggers so I know when people walk in the door, like my kid. But I don't know what she's doing, but she keeps going in and out. That's what you're hearing is the alert from my Alexa telling me that the front door is open. She's doing something. It's probably important. Why can't I? Sometimes it just aggravates me. The way that this is set up. Didn't want to talk to you anyway. Super private number.
Super private number?
Yeah.
Is
My
it
phone just rang,
normal
half
private
of it was like
numbers?
a partial ring, and then they hung up. So I was like, oh.
Well, clearly they don't like you.
Right? That's what I was thinking too. I was like, well, they didn't like me or something. Yeah, I haven't seen anything about. Oh, hey Brent, check out this star map. Look at that. It has the wall in it. You can actually see the wall now. Isn't that cool? Yeah, I'm not seeing anything about Navy heading to Spain either. I know that Spain's been having some trouble, but not enough to have the Marines pull them out yet. No, I haven't. Albin, I haven't tried that. That's interesting.
What are we trying?
Snip paste.
You're being censored?
Gotcha. So Albin is some user on Discord. I'll get that. I'll take a look at that. Good heavens. What are you writing at? I mean, I'm like looking at your Discord post and looking at it and looking at it. I can't see anything that YouTube would have a problem with.
YouTube is weird.
Do you want us to call you Albin or some user? Either one's okay. Bill is back.
Woo!
Looks like he's doing. I don't. Maybe. I don't know. That was so weird.
Now are you able to hear me?
Mm-hmm. We can hear you now.
Yay! Look, I'm a professional.
Right? That's fair. We will keep your name as it is then. I'll keep calling you some user. You're just some user. You're totally anonymous. Bill is Googling how to be an IT tech.
For how to be a streamer.
How to be a streamer. Did you get OBS?
Yeah.
Uh-huh. I mean, honestly, it's like the best way to go here. Keeps me in the lower corner over here. And I'm able to put like this. entire rig around my page and stuff like that. That's cool.
Can you crop your camera? Like, I've got a whole lot of space here.
Yeah. Well, it requires you to do a little bit of like work with masking. But yeah, you can do it. Are you just stuck with your camera mounted on your laptop?
It's in front of my desktop. I can move it around.
Yeah.
Give me a second.
I have no idea where it's going. I have it like on my speaker, and it like clips in a certain spot, and if I unclip it from that, it just slides back. I need better equipment. See, this is the problem.
Cat says Alt crops the window. So just press Alt and then grab one of the handles on your picture.
Ooh. How about that?
Look at Cat. Doing all the things. Thanks,
Thank
Cat.
you.
And the only problem is you might want to bring it up just a little bit.
Yeah, I need to
Because
like,
not the camera. I mean,
actual
your picture. Because you just stuck it underneath your name.
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
Or I can go all the way to the other side. There we go. Your name is over you.
Do what?
I said your name is over you too.
It is, but not as. I mean, I'm just. Well, and I wonder if you can. Oh, you can. Once you've done that, you can resize the image.
That's true. I could be back on the other side and just less crop. Come down, and come up. Like so. And then I can bring that out.
Glory to you. And your I am way too easily entertained. Cat has given me uncontrollable power now.
Yeah, I kind of like it the other way. Oh, no, not that. Alt. Go back over here. It's the cosmic horror.
That's because I was doing the Gowron thing. Yeah. Yeah. That's fair.
I totally lost track of what I was doing now. Did you figure out on how to do anything with that database I made for you?
The database was perfect, except that the data that was from there was heliocentric, not galactocentric.
Okay.
So it rendered out the data tilted 60 degrees up, like our solar system is. So our solar system is at 60 degrees from the galactic plane, and I needed X to be flat. And so there's a mathematical thing called an what is it called? Affine, AFFINE transformation, where you can take the X, Y, and Z coordinates and translate it to rotate something. And the math was just far, far, far beyond my brain.
Hmm.
I just could not do it. So instead, what I did was I brought all the stars into Excel, had them give me the X, Y, and Z coordinates, looked at it from the top, and then took Celestia and took a screenshot of the top of the star system,
Hmm.
and then just rotated the stars in here in Blender until they lined up.
Nice.
And that's what this L is right here. This L bracket is the
Mhm.
where we're off by, because that was originally straight X this way, Y this way, or X this way, Y this way, and Z this way.
Okay.
So we had to rotate it that much to get it lined up to, because there was no way I couldn't understand. I didn't even understand what the affine transformation was trying to say.
Hmm.
You know what I mean? Like, it was like, oh, it's a simple formula. X times this times that times this times the sine of that. And it was just this long. And I'm like, there's no way. I can't even comprehend what they're trying to say to me. So instead, I went, yeah, that's it right there. I have no idea. Like, I just didn't understand the math, much less figure out how to plug it into Excel to translate 60 degrees off angle. I would love it at some point in time to get math in there that worked on that we could translate it over and get rid of this 60-degree bend. Because it's not just, because it's clear this on right here, this L is not straight here either. So it's not just 60 degrees rotated. It's 60 degrees rotated and then twisted just a little bit. But at the moment, this is now correct for these stars. It's just not, I'm going to have to do the same thing with all the other stars.
There's a Python method for that.
Yeah, I mean, if you can figure out a way to code that in, that'd be awesome.
Hmm.
And I can give you like a couple of stars and their XYZ coordinates where they should be, so you can test it to see if they came out right.
Now, does that include spatial drift for the time frame that you want in the future?
No,
Like the data set you had
everything is fine as far as the it's still set. I mean, it's set because the difference between stellar wise, drop out again.
Mm-hmm. I'm hoping that OBS made what I'm transmitting a whole lot easier to deal with.
Right.
It's image processing.
Anyway, yeah, I mean, if you ever want a really good challenge, that would be a fun thing to do. I would totally love that. Just so we could check the numbers, and I can do the other spatial maps that way.
So the problem with transformation in degrees is there has to be a center point, right?
Mm-hmm.
So you create the three-dimensional world, you create the sphere. There's the center of the sphere somewhere in our galaxy. Hold on, Orkin's calling me. Hold on.
I'm prepping for tomorrow, guy.
What's tomorrow?
The challenge.
We're gonna do the thing tomorrow. Is that what we're doing?
Yes. Yes. If we fail, we fail. If we don't, we go out in glory.
Glory to you and your house.
Exactly.
Oh. Yeah. There. No, I don't know. It's a pepper challenge Tuesday is what I think is going on.
No, so basically what I proposed is me and Guy, we write a script and draw out a comic, an 8-page comic. Tomorrow, within the show. Within
Our
the
orphan
confines of the
services
show.
here, so.
Yeah, I was just saying, this is gonna be fun.
So anyways, what I was talking about is if I were to modify the XY coordinates of everything inside the database based on degrees, like rotation, I have to pick some center point in the universe on which to rotate everything from.
Right.
No, Can, it's only 8 pages, and it's in the amount of the show time.
So 2 hours. We gotta do 4 pages an hour.
Ooh,
One
that's
page every 15 minutes.
I mean, if you were doing things in like your comic strip
Yeah.
method, maybe you could pop them out that fast. I don't think Pepper could do that. I don't see you doing that.
Just remember, you're married to me.
We'll give it the old college try. I'm willing to give it a shot.
You're too meticulous. Like you need it to be perfect when you do things. I love you.
Yeah. You keep saying that, but just remember, you're in the same house as I am.
I just call it as I see it.
Right?
With compassion and love.
Right. Compassion and love.
See? Brent knows.
Brent understands. So, what you were saying then, what you're saying then is that it might actually be easier if I just gave you a set of stars and their right ascension, declination, and distance, and instead have you rotate from that core place to equalize for galactic center, and then set the distances, or then do the actual normal trigonometry on it.
Right. I think I need to know the center at which you want all stars rotated around.
Mm-hmm.
And then I could possibly figure that out and just rerun that same database thing, except it'll transform the coordinates on the fly and write them out.
Well, the database that I gave you is Earth-centric, so Sol is 0, I think.
Okay.
The problem is, in the database, there is no Sol. It's all got distances in there. In that database that was in there, there's distances, but the shortest distance is not 0, which is what I would have expected from if Sol was a star that's in there. So you'd have to generate a star called Sol, which would be at X0, Y0, and Z0. So we'd have to add a star to the database, which would just simply be everything zeroed,
Okay.
And that's the data in the database is Sol centric. Like I found Alpha Centauri and Proxima Centauri, and they are 4.5. They're at a distance of 4.5,
Okay.
which is the correct distance for that star system from Earth. And Sirius is at a distance of 8.2, which is consistent with the distance from Earth to Sirius. It's just that the actual star itself is not in the database.
Okay, so then really I just need to rotate around Sol.
Right,
Unless
rotate
that's
it
not what
around
we
the
want to
hole and
do.
you're fine. Yeah, everything just needs to be turned 60.2 degrees over from Sol, just to correct for the tilt of our solar system.
Got it. Okay.
So that's what the error was, is that our solar system is tilted 60 degrees from the galactic plane, which is why the Milky Way goes straight up across the sky.
Mm-hmm.
Because I mean, we're looking at the Milky Way edge on as it goes cattywampus across the sky. I'll give you the exact rotations, because there's a slight rotation as well going this way. I can see it here. So let me just do that real quick.
Slightly cheating.
Oh, you actually are serious. You want my star map?
I just realized I have an 8-page script I never finished. Woohoo!
All right.
You know what's weird is looking at the screen, it looks like my monitor's the image is inverted. But is it inverted to you?
Nope.
No?
Oh, maybe. I don't know. Let me take a look.
Is the white patch where my image is on the left side or the right side to you?
It's on the right side.
It's on the right side, so then everything is inverted. That's weird.
In 10 minutes or so, 12 minutes or something, 15 minutes or so.
OBS doesn't show that.
Yes.
Hmm.
Yeah, it may be inverted.
Yeah, let me zoom in on some text and then you'll know for sure.
Yeah, it's inverted. It's reversed.
Okay.
That's actually really simple. You can just do the same thing you just did with the camera and just bring the right side past the left side. Yeah, I was going to say, Kayan would have an edge in this contest.
Okay. Oh, you can literally just... Okay, hold on. How about that?
Yep. Alrighty. I'm so freaking old school.
There's probably an option like transform. Yep, flip. So there's if you right click, there's a transform, and then flip horizontally or vertically.
Yep.
But it also must respond to like if you just drag it.
That's fair.
Right.
Alrighty.
Aha. Guy, I already got my script for tomorrow.
Nice.
I got pages set up. So if you have an 8-page comic already written up, you go ahead and use it. What I'm trying to say.
Sounds fair to me.
You don't have to do the challenge all in one day. You can come pre-prepared. And I'm going to be adding... I feel like I'm missing 2 pages in between pages 2 and 3 of Captain Space stuff. Like, I have them on board, something goes wrong, and then all of a sudden on page 3, it seems like they're flying towards an enemy ship.
Right.
And then they're in front of it.
Donald, that's awesome. Donald writes, Can would add another 4 pages in boredom waiting for you guys to finish.
Yeah.
You're not wrong.
You're not wrong. I mean, I'm not trying to say you're not, but
oh man, that's brutal. Oh, that was good. That's good. Okay, so there's a 6-degree tilt. And I'm just trying to figure out which one of these went 6 degrees on me. So it's 6 degrees minus 6 degrees.
they're doing math.
Yeah, and it's hurting my brain. Can we use stick figures? That actually, I'm not kidding. I actually legitimately was thinking maybe I'll do stick figures.
I think there's a guy that does that. I'm pretty sure we bumped into him at some con.
What did my husband make a crack on me about again? What?
Well, I don't know if he's making a crack on you or if he's just...
No, there's someone that's popular that was at a con, and most of his stuff is stick figure.
Right? It is off by a whole lot, isn't it? Oh, man. Ian's like, I'm in this photo and I don't like it. Oh, man. I just love the idea that he's like, you know what? You guys, I know we were in this challenge to do 8 pages, but I'm already done. And so I was going to go on ahead and just add 2 more pages because it doesn't seem right. I can do 10.
No, I'm just gonna say, like, we're gonna do this, and he's gonna be like, oh, okay, so do you guys need any help inking?
Right?
Do you need the backgrounds done for you? Like, where I know you don't do backgrounds well enough as I do, so, like, do you want some help? Like, totally. I know Guy has it, he's doing stick figures, so, like, he doesn't really need help with his background.
Oh, man. That's funny. That is particularly funny.
Wish my camera
We say this with
stopped
a
texting
whole
me.
lot of love, Kay, and I hope you understand. All right. Interesting. This is a very interesting thing I'm discovering over here. Because it's 60.2 degrees off angle. Except that now that I've adjusted the stars, it actually ends up being 62 degrees, which I would not have expected to see. Which makes me wonder if that's an error or something. Would not have expected that.
Let's see what ChatGPT says.
I mean, like, I have visually aligned all of those stars by rotating them and moving them to the correct position.
Mhm.
I would have expected that the rotation would have been 60 degrees off angle, 60.2. So really close to where the galactic tilt is. I mean, I guess maybe it would be fine if we just rotated it 60.2 degrees, and maybe I'm just off by 2 degrees eyeballing it, which is entirely plausible. But yeah, that's a curious, or maybe it has something to do with the way that it's rotated towards the X, because it's minus 6 degrees down Z angle. So, like, it's down Z minus 6 degrees, and then X plus 62 degrees is what it's looking like. But it could be 60.2. It should be 60.2. I just don't think that that's necessarily an error on this particular. I think that might be an error on my part because I'm using a flat plane to identify everything and what angle everything is in, because I can't do this mathematically at all. So I'm doing it totally visually, and I'm sure that there's an error rate. So, you know what I mean? I'm sure I'm making an error. I would assume it should be X plus 60 degrees and then Z minus 6 degrees. Voluptuous stick figures. I'm not really sure how to handle that one necessarily. Okay.
So there's stick figures that have big booties and a big breast.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. I mean, we pretty much just end up with this.
What the hell is coming out of the leg?
Right? A booty. I don't know.
Let's hope it's booty, not something else.
Not
For a
poopy?
second, it looked like an eggplant.
Well, maybe she's giving birth to an eggplant.
They're coconuts.
We don't judge. We don't judge. I probably could do an 8-page comic in Springs. I mean, I think Bill's right. If I did it with Springs, it'd be fine. I'm having a problem with my brush doing the thing again.
Did what with Springs?
Like, do the 8-page comic with Springs.
Do it in that style, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I could probably do an 8-page comic with the Springs characters. Especially if I did it in black and white.
So ChatGPT is essentially suggesting using radians and then just using the cosines and all that jazz.
Yeah. So
I'll be honest, I failed trigonometry.
To do the code?
Huh?
You got ChatGPT to do the code?
Yeah. You shouldn't trust it, but it gives you a good idea.
It's still pretty kick butt. I mean, I'm not sure how to handle that, but I love it already.
I just want to point out, he goes, you shouldn't trust it. And then continues.
It gives you like a really good framework to like go, yeah, that's what I was thinking, and then follow it and figure out where it went wrong and fix that bit.
Right.
Right. It definitely needs that human eye.
Still,
it does some fun things where it doesn't understand the concept of versioning. So where like there's Python version 2 and Python version 3, well, it doesn't get that. So it just sees a whole bunch of code out on the internet, and it just starts mashing pieces together, going, yeah, this should work.
Right, and you end up with code that's all like version 1 and version 2 in the middle of this line, and version 3 here.
And those things don't work together. So you have to figure, okay, so it wanted to do this. I just need to figure out on how to do that in version 3, and then you can Google that. And then like you can prompt it again, because you can be like, this thing doesn't have that method. And it'll go, oh, you're right, it doesn't have that method. Try this one. And sometimes it gets that right. But yeah.
I just think that it's awesome that you can make that work.
Yeah, I mean, I've had some times where I've literally just set it, copied it, and pasted it in it, and it has worked. Like sometimes it does get it pretty straight on.
That's wild.
What was that new thing that's out? Microsoft may have come out with it, and I think it's attached to GitHub. It's like a new version of their Copilot, but I think they gave it a different name. But now it integrates with VS Code, so you can literally just like start like describing what you want in your comment, like this function does these things, and it'll just write it for you. I haven't tried it yet.
I should probably give you some targets where it should be. The problem is I've already translated everything to be Bellatrix centric. So in this XYZ, 0 is at Bellatrix. So
okay, so it should be Bellatrix is at 0. So I need to.
Bellatrix is 0 with everything except for Z, which it's plus.
Okay, so I need to take
the lowest star.
I need to take Bellatrix's XYZ coordinates, and I need to add or subtract them based on the XYZ coordinates of every other position. Yeah, that's just simple, because I just need to like literally shift over the universe up and down by however many.
Well, actually, what I was going to do was decode, because each map I'm going to make is going to be based off of the capital of that system. Okay. So the Hydean Confederacy, the Hydean Commonwealth, is going to be based off of Hydean Prime. And that's the main star in the center of that cluster. And the beehive is going to be off of Hansen's planet, which is the center of that cluster. So you don't need to worry about that. I can do that. That's easy math for me. All I need to do is just take the location of those and then add, subtract them, and then they move properly. Okay. So it's not a big deal. If I can just get the math to rotate to adjust for the tilt of the solar system, I can do all the other XYZ translations easy. So the check here is going to be difficult because I've already adjusted this for Bellatrix. This map is already adjusted for Bellatrix. That's the only problem. So, and I'm going to have to go here in like 3 minutes or 4 minutes. I'm going to lunch with a buddy of mine, an old high school buddy of mine, and he's going to be here in about eight or so minutes, he says. So we can give that a shot. I didn't mean to distract you from your thing. Sorry, Bill. I didn't mean to do that.
No, that's fine. I'm following the dopamine.
I see. That's fair. This I understand. This has become a challenge. I get it. It's the reason why I've been obsessing over these things too. See you soon, Donald. Let's see if I can just pick one that's close, like Korapar.
No, you're just locking a coordinate.
All right, let's turn off the cloud wall. Turn back on my grids. So Korapar comes out at minus 0.25 and Z plus Y. Z plus what? 5, 10, 15, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, Z plus 24. Okay, so I'm going to give you one star check that we can do on this. It is 0.53 minus 5.48, 14.6. HIP 26729. Alrighty. As you are following the dopamine, I shall send to you the numbers that I think. I would if it doesn't work exactly right, I would trust, or I would assume that I did it wrong. This is my it's a star very close to Bellatrix. So currently it is x equals 0.53, y equals 5.48. Z equals 14.69. Should be x equals 1, y equals minus 0.25, z equals 24. There. And that's a rough, because I made the star thingies pretty basic, so they're not that. I don't need them to be that detailed. So whenever it's X, Y, Z like that, it's just, Z plus whatever, 14-ish, give or take.
Okay.
Or 24-ish, give or take. So if it's close to that, we're in the right neighborhood.
Mhm.
It's kind of what we're looking for.
Okay.
If after everything rotates around, this is also, all of these are adjusted for Bellatrix equals 0. So if you want to do your check, just remove Bellatrix's X, Y, and Z until it's neutralized, and then check to see if that comes up somewhat close.
Okay.
Except the Z is not. Oh, that's right. Z is raised. Hang on real quick. Let me check how high did I put Z? The offset for Z should be let me give you the offset for Z. Equals plus 108.00059. That's what I know. All right, so that's the Z offset. So it's plus 108 off of Sol.
Okay.
Actually, you know what? I can just give you all of those numbers, and then that will be fine. Then you can just.
Someone is at the front door.
Hey, Mariah, that's Ted. Thanks. X equals U.
The front door is open.
And then I gotta go because he's here.
Okay.
And then here's the Y offset. Oh, I'm sorry. That's YZX. So let me correct that. It's YZX. So this is, there you go. That should be your offset numbers.
So that
I'm going to leave so I can go hang out with my buddy.
all
I'll
right.
see you all later.
See you all later.
Good.
Keep your eyes on the stars.
Keep your eyes on the stars. Thanks, Bill. Appreciate it.
You got it.
Bye-bye.